Have you ever wondered what it's like to know absolutely everything? In classical literature, there's a concept called woe from wit. It's a state where ultimate truth becomes a curse, not a gift. And this is exactly what destroyed Shadow Milk Cookie. In 1889, Anton Chekhov wrote a short story called The Bet. A young lawyer locks himself in a room for 15 years. In total isolation, he reads thousands of books, mastering science, history, and philosophy. He becomes a vessel of supreme human knowledge, just like our hero, who was once the pure embodiment of wisdom, the fountain of knowledge. But what happens when a mind attains absolute knowledge? What is left when there are no more secrets? In Chekhov's story, the lawyer leaves a letter just hours before his release. It is a chilling manifesto of a man destroyed by supreme wisdom. Listen to his words. Tomorrow at 12 o'clock midnight, I shall regain my freedom and the right to associate with human beings. But before I leave this room and see the sun, I think it necessary to say a few words to you. With a clear conscience and before God who sees me, I declare to you that I despise freedom and life and health and all that your books call the blessings of this world. For 15 years, I have diligently studied earthly life. It is true, I have not seen the earth or men, but in your books I have drunk fragrant wine, sung songs, hunted stags and wild boars in the forests, loved women, beauties as airy as clouds, created by the magic of your brilliant poets, visited me by night and whispered wonderful tales that made my head spin. In your books, I have climbed the peaks of Elbrus and Mont Blanc, and from there I saw the sun rise in the morning and flood the sky, the ocean, and the mountain peaks with crimson gold in the evening. I saw lightning flash above me, cleaving the clouds. I saw green forests, fields, rivers, lakes, cities. I heard the singing of the sirens and the piping of shepherd flutes. I touched the wings of beautiful devils who flew to me to converse about God. In your books, I have cast myself into bottomless abysses, performed miracles, murdered, burned cities, preached new religions, and conquered entire kingdoms. Your books have given me wisdom. All that the restless human mind has created over centuries is compressed into a small lump inside my skull. I know that I am wiser than all of you, and I despise your books. I despise all the blessings of this world and its wisdom. Everything is worthless, fleeting, illusory, and deceptive. Like a mirage, you may be proud, wise, and beautiful, but death will wipe you from the face of the earth just like underground mice, and your posterity, your history, the immortality of your geniuses will freeze or burn along with the globe. You have lost your minds and are taking the wrong road. You mistake falsehood for truth and ugliness for beauty. You would be amazed if, by some whim of nature, frogs and lizards suddenly grew on apple and orange trees instead of fruit, or if roses smelled like a sweaty horse. In the same way, I am amazed at you, who have traded heaven for earth. I do not want to understand you. To prove to you in action my contempt for what you live by, I renounce the 2 millions which I once dreamed of as paradise, and which I now despise. To deprive myself of the right to them, I shall leave this place 5 hours before the appointed time, and thus break the compact. These words, written in 1889, perfectly mirror the cosmic tragedy of Cookie Run lore. Long before he became a monster, Shadow Milk Cookie was the fountain of knowledge. He was the purest, brightest mind, holding the light of ultimate truth. He knew the structure of the universe and the destiny of every crumb. But just like Chekhov's lawyer, this omniscience became his prison. When you know the script of the universe from beginning to end, reality loses its flavor. The history of the cookie world, their struggles, their heroes, and their dreams, everything turned into a hollow mirage. He looked at other cookies and saw only fragile, blind playthings trading heaven for earth. He despised their petty lives, just as the lawyer despised human society. Wisdom burned him from the inside out. When the illusion of the world was completely shattered, the fountain of knowledge collapsed, and from its ruins, the jester was born. If everything around is just a meaningless play staged by the witches, then the only option left is to laugh. His madness is not foolishness. It is the ultimate form of disillusionment. Woe from wit, in its most terrifying form. In the end, both Chekhov's lawyer and the beast cookie reached the same conclusion. Absolute knowledge leads to absolute loneliness. What do you think? Did he ever have a chance to stay normal?